Yo, I'm Barrett, and welcome to another episode of What a Twist. I think we got a good lineup for you this week. The first one we're going to talk about today is from Netflix. Came out in 2021. It's part of a running series Netflix has called Crime Scene, where they investigate different types of serial killings and stuff. As you might well imagine, with that kind of content, the show is rated TV mature for very good reason. It's limited series. I think there's only 3 or 4 episodes. Here's the trailer for it. I think this is during the late 70s and early 80s when Times Square was more known as a haven for gay people to go to. Like, there was a lot of gay clubs, and back then it was even worse than it is today for the way that people looked at homosexuals. It was shameful, and it was even more so for the police. But if I'm not mistaken, they find a couple of prostitutes' bodies in this hotel. They interview and talk to all of the investigating officers and surviving relatives of the victims about these horrific crimes being committed. It's a very serious show. If you don't think you have the stomach for it, then I would stay away from it. But if you're a fan of true crime documentaries like I am, you might consider this after the trailer, hopefully. I mean, you're not going to be able to hear much, sadly, but you're seeing people like, it's showing like John Wayne Gacy and Barkowitz. I think that was his name. I could easily give this series an 8 out of 10. It was intense as hell, man. It was crazy. And educational wise too, like it's teaching you something you didn't know before. Most of these crime scene series that I've seen, like the Texas Killing Fields, there's Times Square Killer, there's a bunch of them that I've seen on Netflix. The whole lot of them that I've seen so far are all excellent shows, and this one was actually no different. Excuse me. Okay, our second entry today is from Prime Video. It also came out in 2021. Its rating is 16 plus and has a running time of 1 hour and 49 minutes. It's got a really good actor in it, Riz Ahmed, or Ahmed. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce that. Sorry if I butchered it. I apologize. It's a movie about a very unhinged person. I'll tell you a little bit more. Here's the trailer for it. So he's a veteran suffering from very bad PTSD, and he's estranged from his wife and his 2 boys. And one night he just shows up and tells the boys that they're going to go on this crazy adventure together, and he kidnaps his boys, and they start fucking heading off. He's convinced, utterly convinced, that Earth is under invasion by alien forces. He keeps on seeing people that look like they have these things squirming underneath their skin and stuff like that, and he's quickly fucking losing his shit. I don't know. I think I probably expected a little too much from this show. It just seemed really drawn out. I think it probably could have been a little bit less than 1 hour and 49 minutes. But I suppose if I was going to give this, I would give this about a 5 out of 10. I mean, it wasn't good. It wasn't bad. Watch the trailer again here on your own, maybe. And without me fucking yapping at you while while watching it, and maybe you'll like this show. I walked away feeling a little disappointed, but you might not at all. Octavia Spencer, that's her name. She was pretty good. She's like a parole officer or something like that for him. There's a little bit of action and stuff like that, but it's him basically just, he thinks he's keeping his kids safe, but all he's doing is putting them in danger.
We can't get through anything. Yes. I know we can.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with that 5 out of 10 rating. It wasn't great, but it wasn't awful. Yeah, meh. Well, that's it for this episode of What a Twist. Thank you for watching. If you could like and subscribe, that would be awesome, all right? Have yourself a great day.